started, a lot of South Korean fans were kind of out on Jurgen Klinsmann, and after their group stage performance, a lot of South Korean fans could have been okay with the dismissal of Jurgen Klinsmann. However, he now has the team in the quarterfinals. They are coming off of a victory against Saudi Arabia in penalties, and there's a legitimate outside shot they could win this whole thing. Which brings up the question, and because I know it's going to be asked, let's get the elephant out of the room right away. Should the United States men's national team have never fired Jurgen Klinsmann when they failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup in Russia? That's a subjective question. You can ask yourself, where would the program be if we had not fired Jurgen Klinsmann? Would guys like John Brooks still be involved? Would we see guys like Jesus Ferreira? Would we see guys like Aaron Long, Sebastian Lletget, a lot of MLS lifers that for some god awful reason Greg Berhalter loves? And where would Greg Berhalter be? Would we have gotten the summer of BJ Callahan and Anthony Hudson that led us to a second consecutive Nations League title? Where would this team be? Would the controversy of rehiring Greg Berhalter have come out? Would the investigation spearheaded by the Reynas have come to the forefront? Who knows? How would Qatar 2022 have gone? Would Klinsmann got us to the 2018 World Cup if he would have been able to finish qualifying? A lot of unanswered questions that obviously cannot be answered at this time. But hindsight is always 2020, and I'm probably the first one to tell you, no. The United States should have moved on from Jurgen Klinsmann. They made the right decision. However, they did not make the correct decision in replacing Jurgen Klinsmann. I would have honestly rather seen Bruce Arena get another stint with the national team, because I have no use for Greg Berhalter. He's an awful coach, and he continues to beat up on these CONCACAF minnows, and he's not beating teams in Europe. He's not beating South American teams. He's going to lead us into Copa, and we damn well may get embarrassed next summer. And that'd be an awful look for the program. And if that happens, you go out and you call Jose Mourinho. You call Jurgen Klopp. You say, here's a blank checkbook, sign your name, welcome aboard, now win us a World Cup. Win us another Nations League. Win us another Gold Cup. Take us to the top in 2026. Take us to the top in 2030, 2034, the golden generation. Guys like Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie. My God, they would thrive under a guy like Jose Mourinho. But Greg Berhalter just doesn't get the job done, unfortunately. But back on topic before I go into a Greg Berhalter rant, because that's not what this video is about. The question was, should we have kept Jurgen Klinsmann? And the answer is no. And like I said, maybe guys like John Brooks would still have a bigger role within the United States men's national team. And the unfortunate answer to that is John Brooks no longer has a future in this team because Greg Berhalter's petty. John Brooks is still one of our best center backs. If I'm, God willing, if I am the United States Federation, the USFF, I'm telling Greg, listen, you put your bygones aside. You get John Brooks for March. You get John Brooks for the summer. You got to win Copa. You got to have a strong showing or you're going home. It is what it is. Unfortunately, is that going to happen? Probably not. But still, keeping Jurgen Klinsmann was the wrong decision. But I still wish all the luck to him and South Korea, and I'd like to see him win the Asian Cup of Nations for nothing more than I'd like to see a bunch of USMNT fans have a complete and total meltdown on Twitter.